I want to kick off with the latest on stimulus, with lawmakers giving the green light for this $900 billion relief package. How does it stack up to expectation? And do you think that it does enough to build a bridge from now until 2021, when more relief may be ready down the line?
So investors will be pleased that the stimulus package was passed and agreed to. And the reason is that there was some concern that politics has gotten in the way of getting this deal for many months. And it could easily have lasted beyond into January, with the January 5th election being something that could hold up an agreement before then. So it's very good that we got the bill. And it's now is the time in the economy when it is important for the federal government to step in and provide stimulus. The private sector cannot utilize the full productive capacity of the economy. And we know that that condition is temporary. And under that circumstance, it makes sense for the government to step in. So it's the right bill at the right time. And then if you look at the key planks of the bill, they really will perform that in a way that is, we think, efficient and effective. So unemployment insurance, puts money in the hands of households that have a high propensity to spend at a time when job search takes longer because unemployment is higher. If you look at aid to small businesses, if we can keep those businesses open, then we can keep them paying rent and support the commercial real estate sector, and also keep those workers, rather than having to go on expensive job search, just keep them employed. And then finally, the direct payments to households. Some people describe this as inefficient because not every household might need the money. But we saw from the CARES Act that the money is dispersed quickly, and we think it might even happen even faster this time, just because the government has already spent its time collecting all the digital payment information. And also that the consumers did spend the funds last time. Pretty quickly after the funds were dispersed, we saw pretty big upticks in terms of debit card spending and retail sales. And so we think the stimulus will be well received and should support the economy.
And Jason, it's also notable what was not included in this stimulus package, namely support for state and local governments. This was one of the key sticking points over the last weeks as Congress negotiated this deal. Do you expect this to come in 2021? And was this the right trade-off to make to get this deal over the line?
So I think if I were to criticize this deal, it would be that the point that you just raised, that it is important for the federal government to support state and local governments. The reason being, in 2021, they will be a drag on the recovery. So we know that they're going to have to raise taxes, lay off workers, and cut services. And there was a similar drag from state and local in the early stage of the recovery in the last cycle. And so it would make sense for a government to provide funds to ameliorate this. And so if we're not getting it now, I'm hopeful that we'll get it in some measure in the first quarter.